your marriage is falling apart. That's not the Lord. That's the enemy. There's a real enemy. And it's our sin. We live in a fallen world. So we got to stop blaming God. And I blame God all the time. So I'm preaching to the choir, So, but all these things are happening out there. And God comes to Elijah in a still, small voice. And I know each and every one of you have heard that voice, whether you ignored it for decades or you're hearing it right now, some of you. And he says, I love you, son and daughter. And the New Testament, Jesus, he's preaching something. Can't remember. But it's awesome. Hey, it's in there. I promise. I'm sorry. Hey, I promise. And his mother and his brothers and sisters are out there. And somebody says, hey, your family's out here. And he looks at the crowd and says, you are my mother and my brother and my sister, the ones who do the will of God. And if you're saved, and even if you mess up, I was saved. I had an addiction. I was in sex, drugs, rock and roll. I did everything. I don't know if I could say that over here, but I did it all, And sorry. But he calls me friend. And he calls you friend. And some of you, and I'm not judging, but some of you have been in addiction for so long. 50 years maybe. This may be the first time you've ever heard of Jesus Christ. And you know where he's at? He's in that still small voice saying, I died on the cross for you. There's nothing in yourself. Nothing in your whole body, your mind and your spirit can get you for God to love you. See, the Bible says that it's by grace that you're saved. Only grace. It's not of works. You can't work your way, So, anyways, I'm going off. Sorry. I got 9 minutes. I'm all right. So, anyways, Elijah's just sitting here, and I want to die, God. One of the greatest men that probably ever lived the world wants to die. How crazy is that? And God says, get up. What are you doing? I didn't call you here. He didn't call you to the victory. He's not condemning you if you're doing meth or you're watching stuff on the internet or nothing. That's the enemy. That's Jezebel. That's the lying lips of Leviathan, the devil saying, hey, you're worthless. Hey, commit suicide. Hey, your marriage is never going to get better. And it's a lie because Jesus gave us the victory over everything. Death, sin, hell, and the grave. He gave us victory over all of it. Okay? Thank you. That seems good, right? Whew. So, and then what God tells Elijah is there's 7,000 other people out there, and there's people to your left and right who have done it. Every one of the leaders, hey, you guys probably know some of our stories. We're not sitting up here never did anything. Trust me. We've been there. We're no better than you. But what I was going with that is each one of you, everybody in the world, we're all dealing with the same thing. We are all trying to make it, and the majority of the world isn't making it. And the answer is Jesus Christ on the cross. That's the only answer, And and then, thanks, Pastor Cecil. He pointed this out. You're awesome. So I'm going to steal it, and. Hey, sorry. Give it back to you, I guess. So, where did I go with that? Oh, God tells Elijah, hey, I have work for you to do. So, tonight, we've all been praying. I believe that if, one, you're not saved, there will be people here to lead you to